Welcome back. Sethling here. Another episode of Sudoku Wednesday. Where am I? Okay. Alright, that's working. But it's the first. That is true. This is the first episode of Sudoku Wednesday. I could have done one last week, but I created the new schedule last Wednesday and decided it would be effective the following day. Let's go ahead and turn that off. I just finished eating dinner. I don't have a playlist ready. I'll see what I can find. Okay, yeah, let's move about some Delta Rune.
Welcome, baby.
Not you.
Meeting Earth. World, meet babies.
Okay. Do some lo-fi beats. Start out chill for puzzle 25. Does look like a chill puzzle. We got only straight thermometers, nice little angles and solid amount of numbers. I mean 10 numbers at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 numbers. Not too bad. Let me do a quick freebie check. Oh no, not quite. I thought we had a freebie 1 in this bottom left. I turn the music down a smidge. Just a smidge. Like 1 pixel. Yeah. I might have accidentally turned it up. Well, let's look at these ones. Boom, boom, boom. You know, there's a 1 in one of these two. Doesn't really mean much. But it's something. This one sees a lot of bulbs, so none of these bulbs are going to be 1, which is kind of something, I guess. This entire column is thermometers. This entire column is almost thermometers, and this entire row is almost thermometers. Let me keep the freebie check going. I see 2 8s here. One of these two is an 8. Is my volume fine? I think, well, I'm quieter right now. I don't know. Wow. I haven't been talking today. My vocal cords aren't warmed up. What do we have? Another 1 scan. We're seeing a 1 in one of these 2 squares. The 1 in this column has to go in one of these 2, because it's not going to go anywhere in the thermometer. So either this is a 1 or this is a 1. And this isn't a 1. I just realized there's a 1 in the box. So that means that's a 1. That's our freebie of the day. And now, if you think about it, this entire column being thermometers gives us a decent amount of info. Like, for example, where does the 9 go in this column? Well, it has to go in one of these 3 squares, because it's not going on the thermometers, because I guess I'll explain it for those new to Thermo Sudoku. Do I have the rules on screen? I do have the rules on screen. These thermometers are the twist, so to speak. Regular Sudoku rules apply. Unique numbers per column, unique numbers per row, unique numbers per box, meaning you'll have 1 through 9 in the box, columns and rows. But now the added rule is these thermometers have to keep increasing. So if I have a 3 here, it means I can only have numbers greater than 3 as we move up the thermometer. But that also means we're never going to see a 9 on the thermometer itself. Same thing with a 1. We're never going to see a 9 or a 1 on the thermometer itself, because that means there's either nothing small enough to go before it or nothing big enough to go ahead of it. And we can extend that. So we're never going to see a 2 past the second square of a thermometer, because that means you need to have 2 numbers smaller, and so on. And depending on the puzzle, these thermometers will play either a major or minor part. And in this puzzle in particular, we're seeing it's playing a decently major part, because it's telling us where this 1 goes without any other info, essentially, with minimal other info. And now it's also telling us where these 9s go. And it would also tell us roughly like where does the 2 go in this column. The 2 is not going to go here because it has to be within the first 2 of a thermometer. So the only 3 possible spots for a 2 are there, there, and there. Whoops, not there. Let me rewind. There, there, and there. These can be 2s, but nothing else. Same thing with this column. We already have a 1. So where's the 2 go? It has to be one of the bulbs. If it was past the bulb, that would mean the bulb has to be a 1. So one of these 2 bulbs is a 2. And let's look at this 2 right here. These 2s are in the same box, so we know it's not there. We know it's way up here. So that's another freebie right off the bat. Free 1, free 2. Just looking at the thermometers. And we can figure out by these 2s. There's a 2 in that column, in that box. So I was hoping, looking at the 2s, but it's the first 3. Oh yeah, let's check the 3s. Where do the 3s go? I guess the 3 has to go down here, right? Well, yes, because there was 2 choices for the 3. Here or here. But then we got a 3 right here. So the 3 doesn't go there. The 3 goes down here. And the 3 couldn't go here for the same reason that the 2 couldn't go here earlier. Because if we put the 3 here, we got to put a 2 down there. Does not fit. 4. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this is going to keep going all the way. Based on these 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s and 9s and 4s. Where does the 4 go? Well, it's going to go either here or here. And we have a 4 right next to it in this box. So this row, this box already has a 4. So the 4's got to go down there. Well, is this where we end the chain? I think it is, because now the 5 doesn't immediately conflict. So we're going to see a 5 either here or there. But maybe it will resolve itself if we go backwards now, because like we worked from one end, 2, 3, 4, and we're ambiguous on the 5s. But let's work backwards now. Where do the 9s go? 9's got to go on one of those 2. We know because of 6. We don't have to go to 9. Is that true? Let's see, 5, 6. Maybe not necessarily, because we could have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Potentially, we can skip all the way up to 7 if we go through that train. Yeah, okay. But now, if we look at 9, 9 is still ambiguous. There's no conflicts with 9 right away. But now, what about 8? 8's gonna go... maybe 8's still ambiguous, I guess. Because 8's gotta go in one of those 4 squares. If we... In isolation, let's ignore the rest of the puzzle. We look at this thermometer. 8's gotta go somewhere in the column. So it's either gonna go on the end of a thermometer or on the second to last square. Looking at like an 8, 9 like that. Or an 8, 9 like this. I was thinking maybe we'd get more info from this 8 here, but I guess it just leaves us with 3 possible 8 squares. Although, yeah, we're starting at you. 7 o'clock. No. 6. Does the 6... Well, we know the 8 and 9. We know the 9 has to go in one of these two. I mean, we already looked at the one possibility, which was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the question is, can we rule out the other variations because of this 6 and this 8? Can we rule out anything else? Well, we can rule out 8 being here. So what can this be? This can be 5. This can be 6 and 8. Well, not 8 because the 8's right there. So this can be a 5 or a 6. And it can't be even if it could be a 7, there's a 7 right here. So it can't be a 7. There's a 7 right in the same box. So this is either 5 or 6, which means this square is going to be 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of those 4. Largely depending on what's down here, but not completely. This box is going to be either a 5 or a 7. And this box is going to be six, 7, 8. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. 6, 7, 8. And then that would make this box 7, 8, 9. So five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So can we rule out this square being a 6? It's not obvious at first, but let's pretend this was a 6. The only number that can fit here is a 5. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where does the 7 go? The 7 would have to go here or here. well, the only choice is here because there's a 7 right there. But then where's the 8 go? And we run out of options with the 8. And this is all forced. As soon as we put that 6 in, the rest of this is forced. Which means we can figure out that that is never a 6. That cannot be a 6. Right there. And if this is never a 6, we know that this is never a 7. Because the smallest number that can go in here is a 7. This is either a 7 or an 8. Which means there's never going to be a 7 here. Because we can't have 7, 7, and we definitely can't have 8, 7. And so this is either a 5 or a 7. This is either a 7 or an 8, largely depending on what's there. And this is either an 8 or 9, largely depending on what's there. Is this ever an 8? If this is an 8, then that's a 9. Yeah, that's okay. And now we know for a fact 6 is down here somewhere. Either in this square or this square. Do we know which one? 5? No. Yeah, I think this is all we can know for sure right now. Do we know this is not a 6? The terms can be 7, 8, 9, and 5, 6. So five. Is this ever a 5 though? If this was the 5, only choice story is a 6. And does that change anything for the worse? I don't think it does. Yeah, no. So we still have ambiguity there. Can we look back at this? Where does 9 go in this column? Has to go on one of these 3. Maybe we don't know right now, but we did get some numbers, so let's look at these numbers. We have 2 4s now, and so we know there's a 4 in one of these 3 boxes. We have 2 3s. We know the 3's in one of these 3. I'm not going to mark those down. If they were in a straight line, I'd mark them. And these numbers in the corners are soft suggestions. We're penciling them in. As in, there's going to be a 2 in one of these 3. And then these are penned in. Meaning, this box is either a 5 or a 7, nothing else. Well, those 3's on the ends... Those 3 ends on the right have to be 7, 8, 9. That's true, yeah. Oh, that actually tells us a lot about 8 too, so... Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe that's not necessarily true, because you can have a thermometer ending in a relatively small number, unless it's based on the rest of the the rest of the puzzle. If there's I mean, we have an 8 in this box, right? So which squares in this column can the 8 go on? Can't go there. Can't go there. So one of these 4. We have a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 never goes on the tip of that thermometer. But it could go like on one of those 4 potentially. Let me look at this square in particular. Let me mark down everything this square can be. Because we know this thermometer, it has a 1 and a 2 pointing at it. And this bulb needs to be pretty small to fit this whole row. So can it be a 4? If we started at 4, would it fit? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it fits, but as we can see, there's already multiple conflicts going on. If we put a 4 in here, it would force the whole thermometer. And so if the forced thermometer doesn't fit, then we know it can't be a 4, which means I think it just has to be a 3. We have a 1 here, a 2 here. So the choices were either 3 or 4. Anything bigger doesn't fit. 5 does not fit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't even reach the end of the thermometer. And so it's 3. The 2 and the 1 go in the... Well, 2 has to go in one row. Yeah. Slash column. Yeah. So we know this is a 3. I wasn't expecting to get this whole number. Oh, my song stopped. Let's repeat it. Loop it. So we know this starts in 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This square is either an 8 or a 9. That's the only 2 numbers that will ever fit on this thermometer. Well, could it be a 9? Yeah. Because you can have like 7, 9, something like that. But could you? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, you could. So this is an 8 or a 9 right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at this square. So it has to be greater than 3, and it has to reach the end of the thermometer. 6 doesn't reach the end. So it's either 4 or 5. But just like we looked at before, if we make it a 5, the rest of the thermometer is forced, and there's these multiple conflicts. So yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6 is forced. The 4 is definitely forced. Let's check out the 5. Well, it was either going to be 5 or 6. 7 doesn't reach. So we know it's... And then we know it's not a 6, so that's a 5. And then this was either going to be 6 or 7. And... we know it's not a 7, because 7 forces the rest of the thermometer, which forces an 8 conflict. So we know that's a 6. So then what this was going to be a 7 or an 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the whole thing's forced, right? Well, everything except for this n square. This was either going to be a 7 or an 8. But it's not an 8, so it's a 7. And now, when we look at this row, we have most of it filled out. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing 2, 8, and 9. 2, 8, and 9. If I was a betting man, I'd bet there'd be a 2 here. Unfortunately, I am not a betting man. And we have to rule out everything before we slam in a number. Okay. Is there any way we can rule out the 2 being here? Probably not. I mean, we know there's a 2 in one of these 2 rows in this box because those are the only 2 rows available. I don't know if that tells us anything about our remaining squares here where the 2 could go. Because it's going to be either side, either or. Yeah. Well, on the bright side, we did get a lot of numbers. So let's look at some conflicts, some cross sections. We have a 6 here and a 6 here. That means there's going to be a 6 in one of these 2 squares. Whoops. We have a 5 here and a 5 here. That means there's going to be a 5 in one of these 2 squares. We have a 5 here and a 5 here. That means we know there's going to be a 5 in one of these 2 squares. Even though we don't know exactly where the 5 is between those 2, we know it's in that row somewhere. What else do we know? We just found a 7. Do we see any 7s? There's a 7 here and a 7 here. So where does the 7 go in this box? Well, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't go on that bulb. So 7, 7. It's one of these 3 squares. That's where I want to pencil that in, but I'll make an exception. Maybe it'll be helpful. Four. I don't see anything obvious with the 4s. I see, when looking at this right box, we can tell the 4 is definitely not here, because if the 4 was here, that would force the rest of this thermometer. But do we know if the 4 is here? Look at the 7 in the top right box. 7, 7. We are left down to 3, but I think we can have like 2, 7, 9. So we can't rule it out from here, I don't think. Can we rule it out from here? 7, 8, 9? Not necessarily. Can't go in second space because 7, 8, 9. But can't have that because of the end of the horizontal thermometer. 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, that's interesting. So if we did have 7, 8, 9, we actually couldn't have this because 8 or 9 needs to go in this square, which would force a conflict. So actually, yeah, we can rule it out from an extra square. So now we look at 7s again. We can rule it out from here. 7, 8, 9 not being possible, which means we know we have a 7 in one of these 2 squares. Well, now we know there's a 7 in this box, in this row. So we know there can't be a 7 here. That gives us an 8. To finish the thermometer, we get a 9. Only way to finish the thermometer. So we can get rid of 8, 9 down there. We can get rid of 9 in there. That's either going to be a 2 or an 8. And we can get rid of 8 over there and 9 down here. Those were penciled in earlier, so now we went from knowing 8 was in one of these 4 to one of these 3. Why did I pencil in this 9? What was that all about? I think I penciled in these 3 at the same, or these 3 at the same time at the very start. Yeah. 8, 9. Let's look at this 9 down here. Do we have anything? No. Let's look at this 8. Nothing extra. Seven. So one of these two is a 7. And one of these two is a 5. So we can officially designate this as a 5-7 split. It's either going to be 7-5 or 5-7. Until we find a conflict, we're not going to know which one. Five. 5, 7. Is this ever a 5? 5, 6, 7. In that case, it would be a 5. It could be 5, 6, 7. Is this ever a 7? 7, 6, 5. Yeah, so we don't know. 8, 9 split for row 2. Forcing 2 in the therm. Okay, yeah. So let's finish out this row. Let's draw out this row. We have a 1. We're missing 2. We have a 3, 4. We have a 5 in one of these 2. We have a 6. We have a 7 in one of these 2. So then we're only missing 8, 9. So we're missing 2, 8, 9. Well, can this be an 8 or a 9? No. 8 doesn't finish the thermometer. 9, same reason, doesn't finish the thermometer. So we know this is a 2. And we know these aren't the 2 anymore. And that, it's pretty good. 8, 9 split, well, hold on, what's this? We have an 8 right down here in this column. So that actually resolves the split right away too. That's a 9. And that's an 8. And that gives us even another 8 even. We look at this top right box. Where do we put the 8? That row's covered, that row's covered, that column's covered. 8 right in the top right. That's no longer an 8 down there. As a matter of fact, do we know anything else? No. What about 9? 9, 9. Let me draw my line straight. 9, 9, 9. Oh, we do know something else. The 9 can't be on this thermometer. It's not in this column. It's not in this row. So where does the 9 go in this bottom right box? One of those two. We don't know exactly where. And now we have a 9 for this column in one of these two. We can get rid of that 9. So that makes that a 2. We can get rid of that 2. This is an 8. We can get rid of this 8. And that's a 9. And so now we finish that row. So the bottom therm can only start with 4 or 5. 1, 2. We have a 3 conflicts. What could this be? It's not a 1 or a 2. So it's either a 3, 4, 5. 6 would have fit, but 7 would not fit. 7 doesn't reach. And so then let's cross out 3 and 6 because they're in the same row already. Leaves us with 4 or 5. 2 goes in the bottom. Where's my chat? Oh, my chat's going to be delayed because I don't have it open. There we go. Okay, 2 goes in bottom row of bottom right. Never mind. Should I look at it still? 2, 2, 2. Well, we know 2 goes in one of those 2. Which means we can figure out... Well, we already could figure out 2 goes down here somewhere. Let's look at this square. This square is... Well, let's look at this box actually all at once. This box is missing a 3, a 4, and a 7. This square can't be a 7 for 2 reasons. We can throw away 7 there. And is that it? I guess that's it. I was hoping to see a 3 conflict somewhere. 4, 4. Yeah. 8. Can we figure out more about 8? We can. We can figure out that there's an 8 in one of these 2 squares. And that's it. So not much, I guess. Any other numbers that we got a lot of recently? 7. You also know the 9 pair in the middle box. 9. 9. Yep. Oh. It is. I don't know why it's so hard to draw a straight line. 9, 9. You know there's 9 in one of those 2. Okay. What about 6? We know... Do we know that these aren't a 6? This could go 3, 4, 6. No, we don't. Bottom third ends in an 8. Okay, so let's pen in everything this could have been. It could have been anything 4 or more. So let's rule out all the possibilities. We know it's not a 9 because there's a 9 right there. We know it's not 7 because there's a 7 right there. 4, 3, 2, 1. We already have a 1 and a 2, so we know it's not a 4. And for the same reason, we could probably figure out it's not a 5. 5, 4, 3, and then 2, 1. So we know it's not a 5. Can we rule out 6? 6 goes down to 5. 5 would go down to 4, but I see this 4 here. So then we'd have to skip 4 and go to 3. 5, 4, 3. Well, we don't have any room to skip, because then if we skip, we go back down to 2, 1. 6. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, so if we put in the 6, this is either a 5 or a 4. This is either a 4 or a 3. And then if that's a 3, it doesn't fit. If this is a 4, 3, 2, still doesn't fit. So we know this is not a 6. That makes this an 8. And the bulb is only 4 or 5. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we could have worked it. We could have worked it out a little bit faster that way. I think. We know it's no longer an 8. So what can this square be? This square can be... The answers used to be 7, 8, 9. But we have 7, 8, 9. So how much further back can we go? The furthest back we can go is 4. 4, 5, 6. And then what can we rule out? We can rule out... nothing, I guess? Because it could be 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. So the top, yeah, this is never a 7 then. If this is a 4, 5, or 6, this one's never 7. We'd have nothing to be bigger, which means where does the 7 go in this column? 7 doesn't go anywhere up here. Can't go down there. That's our 7. And that 7 was actually giving us a lot of trouble. Not a lot of trouble. Finding the 7 gives us a lot of answers. Because now we know this is a 7. We know we have a 7 down here somewhere. Is that it? That might be it. But still, that's pretty good to know. 5, 6, 7 is still a possibility. 4, 6, 7 still a possibility. So this is a 5 or a 6 then. We can, that's our final pen in for this row, I think. But in that case, we know this is a 3. This column needs a 3. Well, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. That's the only 3. Very nice. Oh, and then that makes that a 4. So we know there's a 4 down here. Losing the remix. We're going to regular version. We've already played through the remix twice. We're taking our time on this puzzle. It's definitely Chill Wednesday. I don't even feel like we spent a lot of time, but we're already 40 minutes in. Okay. 8 in the middle box. 8, 8, 8. Yep. We know there's an 8 up there. Is that all our 8s now? 1, 2, 3, 4. It effectively is. We know there's an 8 down here. I don't know how long ago we saw that, but I think that's been floating there. That's 9 8s. Okay. There's some. Turn it down a little bit more. There's some big xylophone action that I don't want to make too loud. 7, 7, 7, 7. Nah, don't see anything bonus with the 7s. Well, what did we just find? We found a bunch of those. Maybe there. Some of these boxes are missing a decent number of numbers, but there are going to be a lot of conflicts that I could probably pencil in. Like I can probably pencil in this box, which is only missing 3 numbers, if we count this ambiguity as 2. So we have 1, 2, we're missing 3. We have a 4, we're missing 6 and 9. 3, 6, 9. I see a 3 down here. And I see a 3 in this column, which means that's a 3. That's a free 3. Unfortunately, based on these 3s, I don't know if that tells us anything. Oh, as a matter of fact, we could just use those 3s to find that with no other logic, but that's okay. Speaking of 3s, can we find anything else? 3, 6, 9. Damn, she fine. Hoping she can sock it one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low. Those are some bars. This box. Okay, yeah, these two. So 6, 9, and 5. So 5, 6, 9. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys get low. Yes. Let's credit them so I don't get copyright striked. That's not a 6. This is a 5 or a 9. 9. That's not a 9. Is this a triple ambiguity? I think it is. I don't think we can resolve that yet. What was it? Leave it down here. That leaves 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 9. Is that too much to pen in? Oh, and well, no, it's not a 5. Okay. Hmm. Seven, 7, 7. Where does 7 go here? Do we know? We don't, unfortunately. Where does 4 go in this bottom row? I'm trying to whip out Maggie's secret move. 4 goes in one of these 3 squares. Too many squares to make a note out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 4 numbers here. Maybe I can find something if I pencil these in or pen these in. We're missing 3, 4, 5, and 9. There's a 9 in this box, so that's not a 9. There's a 3 down here, that's not a 3. I think that's it. Let me pen these 2 in. We might get something here actually. We're missing, I mean this box is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, which is a lot of numbers, but if we just pen all these in, we're missing 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. This column already has a 4 and a 5. I was hoping to get a 1 out of that, but it doesn't look like we can. This is our one cross section. This is our totalized one cross section. Unfortunately, it tells us nothing we already don't know. Or, yeah. Oh wait, there's these two. Still, that doesn't change anything. There's a few choices for the 1 per box. I think bottom right box left is a 2. 2, 2. So there's a 2. 2 doesn't go here or here. The column needs 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh yeah, so let's finish this column. This column needs 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. Those 4 numbers being 1, 2, 3, 6. And what can we roll out? We can roll out 3, 6 down here. And we can roll out 1. Ah, yes. But there we go. That's a 2. That might help. I remember this bottom row was only missing a few numbers. Or there was like 3 spots for 2 fourths in the mailbox. Let's see. Yeah, there's a 2 here. Okay. Wasn't there a number that I wanted to get more restricted? It was 4, right? Oh no, the 4 was already stopped there. Okay, that's fine. So the 4 still goes here, here, or here in this bottom row. So the top mailbox, middle row is 4. Check it out. Oh yeah, we already got rid of the 4 there earlier. So these 3 bottom, I'll pen these in. This box is missing 2, 4, 5, 6, 9. It's missing 5 numbers. And let's eliminate the cross. This is not a 4. This is not, none of these are a 5. These 2 are not a 6. This one's not a 2. Do we know this is not a 9? 9. The thesis was this was a 4. Can we rule out 9? Incomplete pencil marks. Okay. Well, that's why we double check and take things nice and slow. Oh, this is not a 9 over here, so that's not a 9. Yeah, we had a mixture of pen marks and pencil marks, which can get out of date and confusing. 2. 3, 6, 1, 1, 3, 6. So should I just pen mark this whole middle box? I'm doing a lot of pen marks, which sometimes makes things cluttered, but sometimes they give you free answers that you never looked for. I mean, what are we missing here? We're missing 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. I don't see what we would find out from those. One, 2, 3. Okay, well here we know something now. We know a 3 is in this top row. Eliminates 3 over here. That's slightly helpful. Oh, that's actually really helpful. Okay. So this 3 eliminated down here, which meant we know there's a 3 up here. So now, where does the 3 go in this box? We only have 1 3 penned in at all. That means this has to be a 3. Because 3 doesn't go in any of those boxes. We can get rid of the 3s over there. Now we're looking at a 1-6 split, which means we can get rid of 6 from there. Because it's either going to be 6 or 1, or 1 or 6. In both cases, this is never a 6. And now let's look at this column. This column needs a 6 now. We know the 6 isn't there anymore. We know the 6 wasn't there. That's a 6. Anything else we get from that? We know there's a 6 in one of these two. We know, what did we just find else? We found a 3. Whatever. We know 1 6. 4 5 4 5. We know the 5 in row 8. Bam. Freebie. Finish that row off. That gives us a little bit of a chain. We know that's a 7. We know that's a 5. Oh, actually a big chain. We know that's a 6. And we know that's a 7. Just resolve on those pen marks. Then finish the bottom there. Yep. Finish that. And then I'm sure that's resolved a few pen marks. For example, none of them. Let me just rewind so I can see what I filled in. We filled in these 4 boxes. So what does that tell us? That tells us that there's a 5 now in one of these 2 squares. And we knew there's a 2 in one of those 2 squares, which now forces not just a soft 2-5, but a hard 2-5 split. We know this column is missing. With the 2-5 split, now we know there's only 3 numbers missing. This column is missing 1, 6, and 9. Well, 6 is already here, so we get rid of those 6s. Now we have a 1-9 split to finish this box off. So it's going to be looking like this or this. In either case, this can never be a 9. So we know that's a 6, which means this is a 9. We know that's never a 9, so that's a 5. Resolve this 5-6 split, so this is a 6. That resolves this 2-6 split. Whoops. This, the hotkeys. Okay, that resolves that 2-6 split. We're left with a 2-4-9. That's a lot of numbers. And I think we just jumped our way from being nowhere near complete with this puzzle to almost entering the cleanup phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 4-6 split here to finish off this box and column. Does this 4-9 split solved? Does not look like it. We're missing 3 numbers in this column. We're missing 1, 7, and 5. Is that a 5 I smell? Yep. 5 doesn't go there. 7 does not go here. And this could be any of the 3. Are there any other pen marks we can fix? There's top one, there's a 1. Check out the 1s. Do a little cross-section work. I mean in column 4. Right, so you're talking about this box? Can't be a 7. Oh, there's a 7 right there, perfect. That's the 1. That's the 5. And that's the 7. Yep, I missed that 7. So yeah, that makes that a 1. This 1 fixes this 1-6 split. So that's the 6. That's the 1. This 6 fixes this 4-6 split. So that's the 4. That's the 6. One in the bottom left. Scanning. Bloop. We know this is a 1. In the bottom middle. Yep, I missed that message. 1 in the bottom middle. Fixes this 9-1 split. That's the 9. That's the 1. Last 2 numbers in this box are we're looking to find a 3 and a 4. Do we get immediate resolution there? Not inherently, but we get to... We know it's a 3-4 split here, which means that's never going to be a 4. So we know that's a 9. That's a 4. And then, yeah, there's a 3. So that's the 4, and that's the 3. This 4 fixes this 4-5 split. That's the 5. That's the 4. We're left with a 3-5 split here and a 4-9 split down here. We already have a 9, so we know this is a 4, this is a 9. And we're left with the cleanup phase essentially. This is a 9. Off that pen mark, I can figure that out, and I can double check 9, 9. These last 3 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 7. That's not a 2. This is not a 7. There's gotta be another conflict. One last conflict to solve the puzzle. 3 in the row. Oh, yeah, this is a freebie. This is the full row or full column. Yeah, so that's the 3, 2, 7. This 2 solves this as the 5-2 split. This 5 solves this as the 3-5 split. 63 minutes. Bam. That was definitely easy. Exactly. That definitely was a bit of a slower puzzle, but we were chilling. We were taking our time. New puzzle, new music. It definitely didn't take as long as this puzzle. I know, Maggie, you missed this one. You hopped out. We went ahead and completed this Monday. And let me tell you, we messed up hard. We made it. We did an error near the start, and we didn't find it until way later. And the whole puzzle, we had to rewind and fix everything, and we had to do the puzzle essentially 3 times. But eventually we powered through. 91 minutes. Big yikes. Big ew. Yeah. New puzzle, new song. Let me pause that out. I'm going to slam this. If there's any song recommendations, we can explore those also. This one's a little bit of a bop, a little bit higher tempo, which means we're going hard. I see so many 8s. Look at all those 8s right away. Boom, 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 boom. Let's play this one out. Lots of 3s also. Lots of 3s, lots of 4, lots of 8s. Okay. Is this too hard for Sudoku? Too much of a bop? And all terms are 4 long. Yeah, not too long. These thermometers aren't too long. That doesn't tell us too much. As a reminder for those of us just joining, these thermometers are the twist for this version of Sudoku. Anything fun has a twist, and that is that the numbers as you move along these thermometers have to keep growing. They have to get bigger. You can never have a number shrinking, which does tell us a lot. You can get some big clues from it. Sometimes it matters more than other times. With these 4 long thermometers, you don't get too much info. The longer they are, the more info you get, because it forces the numbers to be more restricted. 167 makes me from the middle row. Okay, yeah. So we can pen these in. 167. The 167 would complete this row. We have a 7 in the middle box already, so we can get rid of that 7. I'm looking at these 8 cross sections. I'm looking at all these great 8s. And what do we know? Well, we know a free 8. This 8, this 8, and this 8 intersect with this box such that the only place for an 8 to go in this box is right here. Otherwise, we'd have 2 8s in the same row and column. And now, the only number to finish off this thermometer, to make the thermometer bigger, is a 9. Yeah, and the free 9. Can't you just throw a 167 randomly in the middle row? No, because that would... We don't know where the 7 is necessarily. We're either going to have 1, 6, and 7 is one possible way to finish. 6, 7, 1. Or any combination. But the problem is if we make assumptions without knowing the rest of the puzzle, we might run into a scenario where the only number to finish this box is a 7, and like that 7 has to go here, and now all of a sudden we have a conflict, and resolving those conflicts is a huge pain in the head. Yeah, so what we do is we figure it out such that we only put a number in a box when we definitely know for 100% sure that's the number. Someone time this guy out. Whoa, no shame. This is a shame-free Sudoku stream. So like here in this box, we figured out where the 8 was because it can't be anywhere else. there's only 1 8 per column and 1 8 per row. And these 3 rows, well, these 2 rows and this 1 column already have an 8. So the last remaining square for an 8 is right there. Can we do the same thing with 4s? I see a lot of 4s, lots of 2s. And so what we'll do now also, we'll pencil in these numbers. So I'm looking at this middle box and I ask myself, I know the middle box has to have a 2, but where in the middle box do we put the 2? It's not going to go here because we know that's either a 1 or a 6. We know it's not anything else. So we look at the cross section of the 2's and we know the 2 has to go here or here. And so we'll pencil those in. We know the 3 in the bottom left box is only in column 1, row 8 or 9. Yeah, so let's check out the 3 cross section. We have a 3 here and a 3 here. Zoom, zoom, and then we have a 3 here. Boom. So we can pencil those in as a 3. We know the 3 is going to be in one of these 2 boxes. It's either going to be 3 something or something 3. Oh yeah. So now let's look at the thermometer. If we remember the thermometer rules, the numbers have to grow as we move along the thermometer. So the smallest thermometer the smallest we could have is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so we notice this number has to be 4 or more. If this was a 3, we could not finish the thermometer. There would be nothing to fill it in. So we can roll that out. And now if we roll that out, bam, 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 we know the 3 has to go here. And now if the 3 is right here, we can finish the thermometer because 1 and 2 are the only 2 numbers that can lead into that. We get a 3 in the bottom middle box. We also get, yeah, so we get a 3. We do this 3's row is filled. This 3's row is filled. So when we're looking at this box, where can the 3 go? The only space is right there. Boom, boom. That's the last 3. Same thing with the 2 over here. We have a 2 in this row. We have a 2 in this row. So the only spot for a 2 in this box is right there. And that can go up here. Well, pairs. Top middle box 2. Well, we can do the same thing up here. So where does the 2 go in this box? The 2 can't go in this column, cannot go in this column because these columns already have a 2. It can't go that far in the thermometer. For the same reason this 3 couldn't go here. The 2 can't go here. And the 2 also can't go here. It just doesn't fit. So we know the 2 has to go here. It was going to be one of these 3. And we rolled out these 2. So the 2 goes there. 1 top left box. Check out the 1s. Oh yeah, so the same thing with the 2s. Oh, speaking of which, the only way to finish off the thermometer is a 1 now. And so let's look at this cross section, the 1s. There's a 1 in this column. There's a 1 in this row. The 1 in this box would go on one of these 3 squares. Can't go on the thermometer unless it's on the bulb. The only space for 1 on the thermometers are on the bulb. So 1 goes there. And that tells us the 1 down here as well. We have a 1 in this column. It was going to be in one of these 2. Not right there. So there. And so what do we have left now? We have one on bulb, bottom middle box. Yep. We look at this box. Where can we put a 1? Well, this row already has a 1, so it's one of those 3. Not in the thermometer, on the bulb. And I'm also looking at the last 3 numbers left in this box. When I'm looking for where to put numbers, when I'm exploring how to move forward in the puzzle, I'm keeping my eye out for either a lot of numbers and looking at where those numbers intersect, or a box /row/column that's only missing a few numbers. because now we know these last three numbers are either going to be 4, 6, or 7. And what do we know about? We don't know exactly where they are. I'm not seeing any conflicts immediately. 1 on bulb, top middle box. Let's check out the ones. We have a 1 here, a 1 here, 1 here. Whoops. So there's a 1 here, here. Can't be on the thermometer. We know the one's there. Does that tell us anything else? Not immediately. Bulb can't be 7 on the bottom right. Yep. I was about to look through this. If this was a 7, it would have to grow. And there's no room to grow. Because this is a 4, 6, or 7. So that's not a 7. This could be a 6. Because it can be 6, 7. That's possible. Could be 4, 4, 6, 4, 7. So I think this is as specific as we can get down there. 6, 7. Middle box is 1. Wait, let me check it out. So bottom right, middle box, middle is 1. Oh yeah, when we found this one a second ago, now we can figure out this column. We have a 1 in this column, we have 1 in this column. The last spot for 1 in this middle box is right here. Six, 7 split in that middle row. Okay, yeah, you're talking about that area. I thought you were talking about down here. I was trying to figure out when we would get there, but no. Okay, we're good. 6, 7 split left, right there. These last 4, I'm gonna pen these in. We're splitting these between a 1, or the last 4 numbers we need in this box are 2, 3, 4, and 6. And so we can see this column already has a 2. We can get rid of the 2 from that pen. We already have a 4 in that column. We can erase the 4 there. And I think that's it for here. So we know a little bit about that middle box, not too much. 2, 3 split in middle box. 2, 3 hard split in 4, 6. Let's check it out. Do we have 2, 3, and 4, 6? Okay, so, well, yeah. We're one step ahead of ourselves. Okay, so we have a 3 in this row, we have a 3 in this column. So where's the 3 go in this box? Boom, boom. The 3 goes right there. And now with this 3 here, we can eliminate that. So we have a 4, 6 split. And so now here's a slightly more, it's something we figured out after doing a couple puzzles. When you have a 4, 6 split like this, we know it's either going to be 4 and 6, or it's going to be 4 and 6. And in both cases, there's a 6 in one of these 2 squares. So we know neither of these can be a 6. If there's a 6 here, we couldn't finish this box. There'd be a conflict. So we can safely remove the 6 over there. So we know this is either going to be a 2 or this is a 2, 3 split. It's either going to be 2 and 3 or 3 and 2. And we know the same thing about here, 4, 6, 4, 6. And as a matter of fact, we can guess what these last 2 squares are now. This is we already have a 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 5 and 7 from this column. So these last 2 numbers are either going to be 5, 7 or 7, 5. Yeah, because column 4 can't have a 2 or 3 elsewhere. 2 in the middle term. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, we get a free 2 right there. Because 1, 2, 3, this square has to be less than 3, greater than 1. 2 is the only thing that fits anymore. That gives us a 2 over here. 2 in that row, 2 in this row. That's too far on the thermometer to fit a 2, so we know there's a 2 right there. Which tells us there's a 2 in one of these 2 squares, but not much else. Or is it much else? Let's check it out. You know, there's a 1 in those two. A 1 in one of those two. And same thing over here. From these columns, we know there's a 1 in one of those two. Okay. And that's half there with the 2 in the middle. I think that was old, yeah. 2 in the yep, we got that. Okay. So now I'm looking for numbers that we haven't accounted for. There might be a number we can find just by looking at where they cross with each other. 9 has to go in the middle of the top left box. Let's check out the 9s. We have a 9, 9, 9. I'm drawing our 9 cross section now. So we know there's a 9 in one of these two. What else do we know? We know there's not a 9 in one of those three, because those are on the thermometer. We know there's a 9 in one of these two. I'm heading out for a while. I believe in you guys. Taking less than 90 minutes on this one, lol. Good luck. Alright, thank you, Maggie. I spoke backwards. 9 has to go in the middle of the top left box on the therm. Let me check out 9s again. 9. 9. We know there's a 9 in that row. We know there's a 9 in that row. What else do we know about 9s? We know there's not a 9 on any of those numbers. We know there's not a 9 on those thermometers. And we know there's not a 9 in the same box as that 9. As this 9. Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, there's well, okay. Yeah, so I guess what we're looking at is 1, 2, 3. 4, 4. So what can go here? This was 5 or more. Or no, I mean 4 or less. 5 or less. Because 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. So this was 6 or less. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, this box already has a 1, 2, or 3. We can get rid of those. This box already has a 5. We can get rid of that. When we're looking at this box, where does 8 or 9 go? Or essentially, where does 9 go? It can go here, or here. Trying to make this okay, so 3, 4, 6. Seven. Where does 7 go? Well, we know this is a 9. The question is, how do we explain that we know it's a 9? I mean, that's like why it said if so. So what we're looking at is the 9 only has 2 spaces to go in this top left box, because it can't go here, 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 or here. If we put a 9 there, then the 8. Let's look at 8. The 8 only has 1 spot to go in this box, because it used to have 2 spots it can go here and here, but if we put an 8 here, we're forced to put a second 9, which isn't possible. So because of that, we know a 9 can't be here, because if we put a 9 here, we force ourselves into an illegal position. So we know that's not a 9. We know this is a 9. And now we can see, okay, 8 goes in one of those 2. Where can we put a 7? Same 2 squares. 7 can't go here and here. No, actually it could. Okay. 7 goes in one of those 3. Well, we know it's a 9. So we have 1, 2, 3. This box is missing 4, 7, 8, and 6. 4, 6, 7, 8. And what can we resolve right away? Well, we know these aren't a 4, because 4 is the smallest number that can go on this thermometer. So if we have a 4 here or here, we won't be able to shrink into anything. We know this can never be a 6, because if this was a 6, then this square would have to be smaller than a 6, which there's no choices remaining. So I leave 7 or 8 right there. We know this square is never going to be an 8, because of the opposite reason. If this was ever an 8, well, I guess we know because there's an 8 right here too. But if this was ever an 8, we would have to, we wouldn't have room on the thermometer. And that's it. So 4, 6, 7 is possible. 4, 7, 8 is possible. 6, 7, 8, no problems there. And then 4, 6, 7, 8 right in the middle. We have no info about that square. Okay. Eight actually can't. Actually, 8 can't go in the middle. 4, 6, 7, 8. Why not? What's wrong with 4, 6, 7, 8? If 8 goes in the middle, it forces 4, 6, 7, and then 6, 7 split in the box below. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, so, I mean, this can never be a 6. We can figure out. If this was ever a 6. Oh, no. Yeah, no. That could be a 6. But yeah, 8, 7, 6. Which has a conflict right here. So that can't be an 8. Which means this has to be an 8. Okay. Oh no, my okay song just changed. Shop Disney. Okay. So what do we got going on here? Where do we leave off? 1, 2. So we have a 6, 7 split in this column. This column already has 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 accounted for. Oh wait, they're missing 3 numbers. Geez. So we're missing 1, 4, and 5. Okay. We know this isn't a 1, it's on the thermometer. And we know these aren't a 4. So we know this has to be a 4. We have a 1, 5 split here, which means this can't be a 5. It's good info. That is good info. This 4 removes that. 4 is a possibility. This 4 was never possible, because if this was a 4, this would have to be less than 4 here, which is not one of our choices, which means this is a 4. Four is now forced next to 1 in bottom middle therm. 4. That's a 4. This was something above a 2. Not those. Not that. This was... So this square was going to be either a 4 or a 6 if we looked at all the conflicts. There's a lot of conflicts on that square. And now we know the 4 has nowhere else to go. So that's a 4. And the 4 can't go here because 3 and 2 are already in that box. So let's look at this square now. We know it's greater than 4 anywhere up to 9. And then it's not a 9 because the thermometer keeps going. It's not an 8. We have conflicting 8s. It is not a 5. We have a 5 right there. So we're looking at this square being either a 6 or a 7 from the looks of it. I don't see any immediate conflicts. And now we know, what are these squares? 5, 6, 7, 9. To finish off this box. We're missing 4 numbers, 5, 6, 7, 9. There's a 5 in this column, so we know this isn't a 5. There's a 7 in this column, we know this is not a 7. And then we can also fill in 5, 6, 9 up here. This column is missing 5, 6, 9. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing a 5. Missing a 6, 7, 8, and missing a 9. And then we have a 9 in that row, so we can get rid of 9 right there. We have a 6. We do not, never mind. 3 top right box. Let's check out the 3s. 3, 3, 3. That can't be a 3 because it won't fit too long or far away, so we know the 3's right there. And that tells us that there's a 3 in one of these two squares. We also knew there was a 1 in one of these two squares, so this becomes a hard 1-3 split. So we have a 6-7 split, a 1-3 split. The last two numbers that we're missing from this column are 4 and 5. Well, this can't be a 4 because of this 4, so that's a 5. This can't be a 5 because of this 5 in the same row, so that's a 4. And it also works with the thermometer. And then this box now is only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing 6, 7, 9. We know the 9's not there. Do we know anything else? I don't think so. We have a lot of 6 and 7s. Look at all these 6, 7 splits. Boom, 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 boom. Once we find 1, 6, and 7, we're just going to ping pong all over the board, yeah. It'll resolve all of these squares. And these squares will resolve even more squares. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to see if this square is ruled out from a bunch of stuff. We see a conflicting 5, so we know it's not a 5. We see a conflicting 8, so we know it's not an 8. Anything else? 6, 7, 9. No, I think that's all we know. There's a lot of pen marks here. I don't know if that is telling us anything though. We have 2 9s spots potentially, 2 7s, 2 places the 7 could be. Only one place the 4 could be, notably. The 4 doesn't go here, does not go here. So yeah, this row needs a 4. And this is what penning in can help with. When we pen in all of these boxes, and there's only one spot for the 4, well, we know there has to be a 4 now. Creating yet another 6, 7 split. 4. What's our 4 situation? Do we have all our potential 4s marked? Well, we have a 4 potentially in one of those two squares based on this column's 4 and that column's 4. Seven, 6, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that could go either way. Well, hold on. Well, how long has this been solved? We have a 5 here already. We found this 5, which means this 5, 6 split has been solved. This has to be a 6. Uh-oh. Here it comes. This has to be a 7. That can't be a 7. That can't be a 7. 6, 9 split. Jump. This has to be a 7. That has to be a 6. That's a 7. That's a 6. That's a 7. That's a 5. This is a 6-9 split. 6 no longer goes there. That's a 7. The 7 removes the 7 from this square as a possibility. This 6, we could have done this earlier. That's a 9. We know this is a 5 because of that 6, so that's a 5. Now that's no longer a 5, that's a 7. 6, 9, that's a 9. That's no longer a 9, that's a 6. And there we go. That's a 7 and 6 split right there. That's a 6. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. That's a 9. And that's a 6. Are we done? Can we keep going? More splits? I think that's it for now. And just like that, we went from having half the board filled to 3/4 of the board filled. And we can keep going probably. I mean, like, look at these splits right here. There's only 2 possible numbers in this column. We're missing, we already have a 1, 2, 3, 4, missing 5. Have a 6. We're missing 7. Missing 5, 7. What about here? Missing 4. In this column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 9. Okay. Well, 7 right there. That's our 5. This is our 7. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, this 5 fixes this. That's a 1. That's a 5. One 3 on the right. Oh yeah, now this 1. This was a 3-1 split. We have a 1 in this row now. So this is a 3. And this is a 1. And then... and that's that. Alright, what is this row missing? This row is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's missing 6 and 9. And this row is missing 1, 2, 3, 4. It's missing 5 and 7. Well, we can solve that right away. 7 in this column, that's a 5. 5 in this column, that's a 7. We're pretty close to clean up. 2, 3 in the middle. Yep, we have a 3 here. So that's a 2. That's a 3. 2, 2, 2. That makes that a 2. This is either a 6 or a 9 based on what remains in this row. I mean column. And then these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 8. This is our 8. And we're in the cleanup phase. How do we clean this up now? 6, 9, 4. 2, 3 in the middle. 6 can't be on the endotherm. Yeah, that's how we clean this up. So this was a 6 or a 9. Can't be a 6 because then the thermometer regresses. So we know it's a 9. That's a 6. That's a 9. That's a 6. 4 for there. 6 for there. That's no longer the 9. That's the 4. This is no longer the 4. This is the 9. And that's the end of the puzzle. 38 minutes long. Not too bad. Oof. Lose my voice. Need to find a new song. New puzzle, new song. That's the rules around here. What's this?
Grammarly is your
Grammarly.
personal writing assistant.
Oh no. This will have to do 5 on shorters and 7 on long. Okay. Oboe. Oh no. Alright, well. This version shouldn't have any oboe. Okay. Let me get the chat up again. Hit a tab out there. All tuba boss themes. I'm not going to be playing any tuba boss themes. Oof. Alright. Let's check it out. Well, I already mentioned, this thermometer is 7 long. Pretty restrictive. Kind of means that you can't skip too many numbers because you'll run out of space then. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Anything greater than 3 doesn't fit. 4. Not enough space. So 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9. As I was doing the example, we already saw some conflicts. We know this can't be a 3. See ya. If this was a 3, it forces the whole thermometer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we get to use our cheater vision to see that doesn't even work. We see a 4 right there immediately. So we can eliminate the 3 right off the bat. So we know this is either a 1 or a 2. 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. So the 9 could still go there, but not the other way around. Only one spot for 5 in the bottom left. 5 check. Zoom. Zoom. Yeah, it's kind of a freebie. We got a 5 right there. I actually have a feeling... Okay, well, let's look at this. So this was 1 through 3. This is going to be anywhere from 1 through 5. Because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the only thing that fits the rest of the thermometer. Well, what can we eliminate? 5, get out of here. There's a 5 right above it. 4, 4, 6, 8, 9. There's no way we fit a 4 here. If we put a 4, well, that can't be a 5. See ya. Makes it a 6. That can't be a 7. See ya. 8, 9. Not even close to enough space for a 4. Not because of the thermometer itself, but because of the conflicts. So we know it's not a 4. It's a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, is it the same for 3? If we do 3... Oh, well, we have 4, 5 here. So that's not a 4. That's not a 5. It's a 6. And we're in the same problem we had before. So 3... Get the fuck out of here. That's a 1 or a 2. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this could be a 2. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Yeah, we know it's a 1 or a 2. Do we know anything else about it? Probably not. Let's look at ones in general, though. Let's look at the 1 cross section. I know it isn't very informative yet, but let's see if there's any thermometer trickery. If we get rid of these thermometer squares, that can't be a 1. I don't see anything. Do not see anything. This is the total 1 cross section, notably with only 1 1. I got nothing. 5s, nah. Maybe we do the same thing for 9. We look at 9 and we say that can't be a 9 because it's on the thermometer. These can't be a 9. And that leaves nothing. No info from that. No relevant info at least. Same for 3. Yeah, we already did that. Oof. We know 5 is somewhere in this middle. We can just pencil it in for now. I'm not sure how many freebies we're gonna get. We don't have too many numbers, so I don't know if we can get too many freebies. No, I thought I found a row of 7s, but that's not quite. I thought we could get a 7 in one of those two, but that's not a 7. That's a pen mark. Let's look at this bulb, or no, let's look at this. Well, let's look at this bulb for now. Okay, so this bulb, based on how long this thermometer is, 1 through 5. What can we know? Not a 5. See ya. 4. Same problems as like down here. Just not enough room for a 4. If it was a 4, this would have to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. Psych. This could be a 4. Psych. And then that kind of sucks. I was hoping we'd get bonus info, but doesn't look like it. Can we eliminate? I mean, this square here. What do we know about the square? We know if it was a 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If it was a 5, it's too big, doesn't fit. So it has to be smaller than 5. Smaller than 5, but greater than 1. So it's either going to be a 2, 3, or 4. There's already a 4 in this box, so it's not a 4. So it's either going to be a 2 or a 3. Well, if this was a 2, how do we reach the back of this thermometer? It can't be a 2. So we know this has to be a 3. And now, knowing that this is a 3, what's the only way to finish this thermometer? We gotta go backwards 2, 1. We can fix some pen marks there. And we know for fact 3, 2, 1 is how this thermometer starts. We know this starts in either 1 or 2. It could be either or. We don't... Uh-oh. As a matter of fact, we know it's not a 2 because this column already has a 2 now. So that's a 1. We draw our 1s up here. We know it's a 1 in one of those two. We draw our 1s over here. We know there's a 1 in one of these two. One, two, three, four, five. We know there's a 6 in one of these two. Which means we know there's a 6 in one of these three. Because this row will already have its 6 in that box. And this row will already have its 6 in this box. So this box needs a 6 up there. What else? What else? Oof. Very tired today. Very bottom right can't be 4, 5, 6, 7. Not helpful, but eh. Well, I mean, the same is true for like all of these. Oh, well, you know what is helpful? 7, 7. No, not helpful. What do we know? What do we know? I mean, what did we just find? We found a 1, 2, and a 3. So let's look at... Let's look at the 1 cross section again. Maybe these thermometers plus the 1s might tell us something. Zoom, zoom. Zoom. No. Nothing we didn't already know. Just double checking. Yeah, no, nothing we didn't already know. We knew about this and this. That common row having a 1 already. What is the square? This square is greater than 4, less than 8. No conflicts. This square is greater than 5 through 9. Only conflict is a 6. Yeah, not really good info. Just gonna get rid of those. On the long term, 4, 5 is next. Yeah, let's just finish this long thermometer because these numbers are pretty restrictive. We already skipped the 2. We already skipped the 2 here, which means this square, I mean, essentially does this. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold up. Ring, ding, 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 ding. That's not right. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. The smallest this could be is a 7. So this square is either a 7 or an 8. Now, let us think. If this was an 8, we can't finish this thermometer. This thermometer no longer has space to finish. So if the smallest number here available is a 7, because, 7, 6, 5, 4 is the only way to work backwards. And it's no bigger than, it can't be a 9 because it doesn't finish either thermometer. Then this has to be the 7. And that actually forces this whole thermometer to be 4, 5, 6. And that forces this thermometer to be 7, 8, 9. Wait, did it? How did it know? Does it know about those? Okay, 8 and 9. Oh, it does know about those. Okay, that's cool. The red marking, it only tells me when there's a direct conflict. And I'm surprised it knew there was a conflict there. But okay. That's boom, 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 boom. We just got a lot of numbers. and the 9. Yep, this 8 right here. This is no longer 7 or an 8. That's a 9. Alright. Huge. Huge numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just found 8 numbers in a row. So let's look at all the... We just found so many numbers. Let's look at what we can find. We know there's a 5 here because of these 3 5s. We know... Let's look at these 7s. 7, 7, 7. There's a 7 in one of those 2 squares. 6, 6, 6. We know we can get rid of 1 6 there. We know there's a 6 in one of these 2. We know there's a 6 in one of these 2. Because this column now has a 6 in that box. 7. What do we know about 7s? Nothing. This square is anywhere from 6 through 2, but not a 6. And not a 2, because this has to be 2 or more. And not a 4. And not a 5. Alright, I was expecting that. I did not expect that square to be resolved right away, which actually fixes that square too. It's not a 1 because of that 1, and it's less than 3. Bam. It's a 2. I am kind of surprised that worked. Okay. Let's look at our 3s now. Any 3 info? No. Not really. Do the other term probably. We tried the other term earlier. It didn't really tell us much, right? I mean, we had like, this is, oh, maybe it tells us more now because we finished the numbers above. This was anywhere from 4 through 8. We know it's not a 4. We know it's not a 5. Could be 6, 7, 8. And then this was anywhere from, well, now it's anywhere from 7 through 9. We know it's not a 9. So it's 7 or 8. So now we know that isn't an 8 there. It has to be less. It has to be less than 7. 6, 7, 7, 8. We know. How do we know there's a 6 up there? We knew there's a 6 up there because the 6 has to go there. So that's not a 6. It has to be 7. The only spot for a 6 in this box is in this row. So this row's 6 is accounted for. That's why the square can't be a 6. And it has to be a 7. Well, now that we know this is a 7, boom, 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 boom. That's no longer a 7, that's the 7. And if this is the 7, for multiple reasons, this is not a 7, that's an 8. And now we can look at 8 and 8. That's an 8. Alright, what else? I had to start new music. These last 3 squares, we're missing 2, 3, and 7. Well, this bottom square is not a 2 or a 7 because this 2 and 7, so that's a 3. This is not a 2, so that's a 7, and that's a 2, and that's the middle box completely solved. What else we got? Let me pen in the last 4 boxes here. We're missing a 2. We're missing a 6, 8, and 9. This bottom row is not a 2 or a 8. Or wait, hold on. Rewind. Boom, boom. It's not an 8 or a 6, I meant. So we can get rid of 6 and 8. That's a 2-9 split. 2-9 split leaves this with a 6-8 split. Means we know there's an 8 somewhere up here. We know there is a 2-9. I think that's all we know about that. Three in the left box. 3, 3, zing. That's a 3. Get a freebie 3 right there. Does that extend? Zoom, zoom. Not so much, but we know there's a 3 in that row, that column. Freebie 3. What else? We know there's a 9 in here somewhere, but not down here. So there's 9 in one of these two. You know, there's a 9 in one of these 3. This row 1, 2, 3. This row is missing a 4. It has a 5. It's missing a 6 and 9. And then there's that can't be a 4 there. 5 in the bottom middle box right column. Bottom middle. 5, 5, 5. There's a 5 in one of those two. There's a 5 in one of these two, based on these two 5s. How many 7s do we got? We have a lot of 7s. There's a 7 in one of those two. We have a lot of 7s. As a matter of fact, we have enough 7s to figure out where the 7 goes in this box. And with this 7, now we have enough 7s to know where the 7 goes in this box. And now we know where the 7 goes here. So now we have all our 7s. 5 minimum. Yeah, we got that one. How many 8s we got? Bam. I think we got all the 8s we could have. Yes. Nine goes here. I'll tell you why. Boom, bam, bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 6. Missing 8 and 9. 9 here, 9 here. Those aren't 9. So this is a 9. And then this is not an 8. That's not a 6, that's an 8. And that's a 6. And that is a completed column. 1, 4 split in the right box, forcing 8 and 1. Okay, let's see. 1, 4 split in right box. This is a 1, 4. That's no longer 4. So we got a 6, 9 split. 6, 9 split means that's not a 6 or a 9. So this is a 4. We could have also figured that out by looking at that 4 and these two 4s. He's got the 8. Yeah. 1, 4 split, 6, 9 split. What's the last split available? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 split. So we've divvied up this box into little sections. Don't know the end result. Do know a bunch of little pieces of it. 5/8 split here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 6 and 9. So we have a bunch of splits in the middle. And I think I think as soon as one of these splits is solved, all of them will be solved. The totality. You just got the 8. Okay, that's old. Can we solve any of these splits right now? I'm not seeing an answer. I'm looking for any conflicts. Do not see any conflicts. Do a 1 check again. Check out the 1s. Don't see anything. This column is missing only 3 numbers. It is missing 1. Oh, I just pressed something. Uh-oh. Did I just change the color? Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. It's missing 1. It is missing 2 and 6. And then no, it's not missing 2. Hold up. We have a 2. It's missing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. 1, 4, 6. We have a 1 there. That's not a 1. That's it. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 1, 3, 9, right? Or 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One or 3. Bah. Two 9 split here. So what is this bottom row actually missing? This bottom row is missing 1, 3, and 9. We know this one can't be a 9. We know this can't be a 1. 5 goes somewhere. Let's look at 5s. 5, 5, 5. We need a 5 in this bottom row. Where's the 5 go? Oh, it wasn't 1, 3, 9, was it? It was... Oh, it's way more than 1, 3, 9. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think it was 1, 3, 5. Yeah, 1, 3, 5. Okay. So 5 goes somewhere. Let's check out the 5 cross sections. 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. So we know 5 goes in one of these two based on this 5 and this bottom. Well, based on this 5 and this 5 We know 5 goes in one of these two. So now when we actually do the totality of 5 cross section, boom, 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 zoom, zoom, boom, boom, meow, meow, boom, boom, meow. When we actually cross out all the 5s, we know only spot for 5 in this box is right here. Leaves us as a 1-3 split. And I believe that's it. I think that's all we get from that. 4, 6. 1, 4, 6. Yeah. These can't be a 9. Those are still penciled in. We'll clean that up a bit. 4, 6 can't be a 4. Or can't be a 6. Oh, yeah. So we have 6, 8 here. So we know there's a 6 in one of these two. So that's a 4. 1, 6 split. Clean that up. 4, 4, 4. We know this is a 4. Bam. 4, 4, 4. We know one of these two is a 4. Four, 4, 4. We know this is a 4. And I think that's it for these 4s. This row is only missing 3 numbers. Let me pen these in. It's missing a 1, 2, and 3. As a matter of fact, I can unpencil that 6 and I see right away 6. 6. Oh, well, here we go. This 6. That might have been resolved actually a long time ago. 6, 9, 6, 9. 6, 6. 6 goes up there. Under the 9, I think top right is a 1. We'll figure that out soon enough, I think. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check out the 6s. Oh, wait, did we just start the daisy chain? No. I don't think so. I might be wrong. Skipped 1 square. 1, 1. 1, 1. This is our 1 grid currently. What does our 1 grid tell us? Nothing. Nothing really. These aren't singled out because those were from other ones. Okay, let's see. One goes in the top middle box, column 4, forcing top middle box, column 4, forcing row 9, column 4 to be 3. Why you gotta throw so many numbers at me? Okay, 1 goes in the top middle box. No, I was just saying it doesn't because the 1 goes here. The cross section. The true cross section is this. Which is like nothing. This is our true cross section. The rest are, we would be doubling down. Well, I mean, I started highlighting these now too. Boom, boom, boom. But no. Any rows near completion? Any boxes? Not really. Where's the 3 go in this column? Here or here? Is that still true? Yes. Okay. So let's pen these in. These are going to be one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. One of 5 numbers. They're going to be either 3, 2, 2, 3. So, everything except for 1, 4, 5, 7. So 1, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. And what can we eliminate from these? We can eliminate 6, 9. Get them out of there. We can get rid of... Is that it, really? Well, we can get rid of this 3 over here. We know that can't be a 3. Because the 3 is going to be in one of these two. Two, 3, 6, 8, 9. There is a 9 in the box. No conflicts with 2, I'm seeing. You take away the 2 out of the 1, 2, 3 in the top far right box. This 2, we can depend that too. 2, 3, 8. Okay. So this is a 1, 2 now. Does that mean anything? What's this last box? This box itself is missing. It's missing 1, 2, 3. It has a 4. It has a 5. It has a 6. It has a 7, and it's missing an 8. It's missing one of 4 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 8. Check for conflicts. We already have a conflict on. Is it literally nothing? Ouchie wawa. 3. Where's our 3 conflict? Right here, yeah. So can't be a 3. One, 2, 8, 1, 2, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 8. 8, 3, 2. 2, 3, 8. Is this ever the 2? If this is a 2, 3, 8, 3, 8, 1. Yeah, so that could be a 2. Is this ever the 1? 1, 3, 8, 3, 8, 2. Yeah, so that could be either or right now. What do we got then? Do I just start penning in more boxes? I think I do. There's a few boxes with only 4 numbers missing again. Like this box is missing 1, 2, 3, 6. It has a 5, 7, 8, 9. So what do we know? We know these can't be a 6. Get them out of there. We know this can't be a 1. How about these two? This column is missing 239. 239. Well, this can't be a 3. Oh man, this is a real mess. I'm not even happy anymore. Now I'm angry. This is a big mess. There's way too many numbers in this puzzle. Who's how many stars is this puzzle? Did we go up in stars? No, we're still at 6 stars. There are just too many. Although hopefully we just have some big climax where we just just start ping-ponging numbers back and forth until we're done. What is this box? This box is one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. This box is 1, 2, 3, not a 4, not a 5, 6, not a 7, not a 8, not a yes 9. What can we get rid of? 9, get them out of there. 3, get them out of there. Ah, jeez, we still have 3 choices. If we can, like, bring it down to, like, 2 choices, that'd make things so much easier. Are we really just gonna have to pen in this whole puzzle and go from there? 3? Is that old? That's probably old. 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3. We have 4. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? Are you telling me it could be any of those 4? Not a single conflict? Not. Sometimes I see movement. Is my chat really that delayed? I swear I see movement on the left of my. I'm like, eh? But no. Wow. Not 3 under the 9. Okay, we at least found 1 conflict. Thank you. Thank you, Gaben. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers missing. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Nate? We are in a real mess right now. As you can see, there are about 1,000 numbers penned in because we just cannot find an easy number. Oof. And it's that bottom right box. Stopping it all. Yeah, let's pen this in. Let's just do it. Okay. 1 at a time. 1. Garbage. 2. 2. Literally garbage. Okay, 3. Where do 3s go? 3s go there, there. Unhelpful. 4. 4, 4, 4. Okay. Doesn't tell us too much. 5. Foom foom. 6. We already have a 6. 7. 8. Like no info on the 8s. And 9. All we know is there's 9 in one of these two. Let's Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. I found it, I found it. We have a 1-3 split. This is 1-3, this is 1-3. How do we know that this is a 1-3 split? Let me double check to make sure we don't break ourselves. This could be a 1, can't be a 2. Could be a 3. Can't be a 4. Can't be a 5. Can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. Can't be an 8. Can't be a 9. Well, I'm just double checking. So this is definitely 1-3 split. 1-3 split here. This could be a 1. Can't be a 2. Could be a 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we have a true 1-3 split. That means this is never the 1. Are we about to daisy chain out of control? Bam, that's a 4. That's a 1. Is that all? We know where the 4 is down here now. 4, 4, 4. That's a 4. Okay. Don't tell me that was it. Top. One top middle box, top left square. Spitting bars. One middle box, top left square. You don't have to say like box and square. Like I know if you say top middle, top left, I know what that means. Top middle, top left. 1. Says who? 1. Says row rules. Okay, yeah. It's the only spot for a 1 in this row. That's not a 1, that's not a 1, that's not a 1. That's a 1. Crack those open. That's a 6. That's no longer 6. Zoom. Zoom down there. That's a 1. These aren't a 1 anymore because we have a 1. That's a 3. That's no longer a 3. So that's a 1. This is no longer a 3. So now we have a 2-9 split. 2-9 split means this can't be a 2, because if this was a 2, we'd have 2, 9, nope. We'd have 9, 2, so that has to be a 6. That can't be we have a 3 conflicting, so now this is a 2. We have 2 2s conflicting, 3 2s conflicting, 1 8, 1 8, 1 8 split. That can't be an 8, for the same reason down here. That's a 3. We're going crazy. That's a zoom. Zoom. What else? What else? What else? We're going crazy. Vroom, vroom. 2-9 split means that can't be a 2, so that's a 3. That's a 2-8 split. Who cares? 2. One 8, 1 3, 2 3, 2 8. 3 in the top. 3 in top right, right middle. Top right, right middle. Zoom, zoom. One 3, but not 1. Oh, okay. Here we go. 1. 1 fixes that as a 3. That fixes that as a 2. Fixes that as an 8. Fixes this as a 1. Fixes that as a 5. 5 to 8. 8, 8. Zoom, zoom. Fixes this as an 8. 9, 9. Trust the pencil marks. That's a 9. That's no longer a 9. That's a 2. This is no longer a 2. That's a 9. Finish off this row with a big fat 2. Finish off these columns with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. Finish off this row with an 8. Finish off this row with a 1. Finish off this box with a 2. 2 conflicts down here. This is a 9. Fixes that as a 2. This 9 fixes this 6, 9 as a 6. That is a 9. This 6 fixes this as an 8. And we finish the puzzle off with a fat 6. Oof. That's painful. was very painful. Way too many pen marks. I think if I saw the 4-1, there was a 1-4 we could have solved a long time ago, I think. I think if I would have saw that, it would have cleaned up so many pen marks. I did not see that though. And that took a lot longer than I had to. Ouch. Puzzle 28. I don't think we're starting puzzle 28, I'm gonna be honest. I think we are... How many did we do? We did 2 puzzles only? No, we did 3. We did 3 puzzles. We're getting symmetrical. Look at all these numbers. Oh, look at that thermometer. That's a fancy one. Puzzle 40 is the final boss. The base game came with 40 puzzles. Anything after 40 is a bonus DLC. So we're getting pretty close to puzzle 40. Where are we at right now? We're at puzzle 28. I guess we're not that close. Let me turn the music down. Get some get an outro going. AKA we are done. I am not doing another puzzle today. These 3 puzzles took this one. Well, we were taking our time with this one. It was a nice casual start. 63 minutes. 48 minutes was in tryhard mode. So 48 minutes of tryhard mode, and that's a lot of brain power. So we're gonna start off Friday. We're gonna go to Friday, starting with puzzle 28. Take your screenshots if you want to do it yourself. Sag. Yeah, I know. It's very Sag. Eeyore's deafened. Is he? I don't know if he's in chat, but he is deafened. Eeyore, Nate's here. But otherwise,
He's not in chat.
what an asshole. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with puzzle 28 on Friday. 7 o'clock. Be there or be square. All the cool kids are doing it. Sudoku's coming back. It'll be fan mail Friday. I'll be reading off fan mail. Be sure to send your letters to... Yo, you guys see this? Hold on. There's a free one. That's a free one right there. Nowhere else for a one in that box. But no, we're not going to worry about that. When we get Fortnite... I think did I have to uninstall Fortnite? I ran out of space in my computer. I had to start installing stuff. To install the Dogecoin miner. The Dogecoin miner costs 200 gigabytes. But yeah, no. The schedule is 7 to 10 for Sudoku. We're getting pretty close to 10. I don't want to start a puzzle. We'll go way past 10, I think. And then, so we're going to start number 28 on Friday. And that's 7 p.m. Eastern time once again. Send all your fan mail to me in the mail. Y'all know where it is. And I'll see you guys later.